I think this is the hard way.
Uh-oh, going up over the lip.
No uh-oh.
Shh, just be quiet and do your job and put those on.
All right, so today we are going to be doing something that we have put off. And the reason we've put this off is because this feels very daunting and intimidating. And for something to feel daunting and intimidating, for us, after having, you know, redone a whole slide floor and everything, you know, it's not exactly at the top of our list.
Yeah, you're like, what's this gonna turn into?
Yeah, and so we have attended YouTube Versity. Pay no attention to the chicken.
We live in, we call it country in the city. Just pay no attention to the roosters in the background.
We've done our due diligence, so we think we know what we're doing.
I think this isn't going to be as hard as we have made it out to be.
Let's really hope. Let's really hope that that's how it goes. So without further ado, we need to get out the supplies.
Yeah.
And we are going to attack this thing.
First of all, rewind. Let's tell them, why are we replacing our awning?
No. I don't want to tell them what we're doing yet. We want to make them watch.
We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
When will then be now?
Soon.
All right, so instructions, very important.
Destructions.
Instructions, but the one thing it says in here, measure your replacement material before removing from plastic. We didn't do that.
Don't do what we do. Learn from our mistakes, people.
But it says to measure it to make sure you receive the correct size. So
All
we
right.
probably want to measure this and then make sure that it is the correct size before that we start disassembling
Yes.
everything over there, and then we find out it's the wrong size, and then we got a
Yep.
mess.
I did go ahead and work with ShadePro, who actually manufactured this awning. By the way, this awning looks beautiful. It is 193 3/4.
So what is that in feet?
Wait. Sorry, put it back. I'm horrible at this. Right?
This is 1 inch.
No.
That's a quarter. It's 16 feet, 1 1/4 inches.
Okay, 16, 1 1/4.
Oh my
man.
gosh.
I'm bad at this. Okay, folks, this is where things can start to get a little dangerous. So beware.
We watched a video to try to help us prep for this, and we're gonna strangle a rooster here in a
We've
minute.
got a neighbor that has a rooster that crows all day and all night.
Yeah, with you so far. Chicken farm, chickens. Yeah.
I don't like the look of this one. His eyes are too close together.
Please.
And he's a Yank.
Easy, Pops.
So when we were starting to prepare for this project, we watched a few videos, right, to help us like research prepare. One particular user video that we like to use for information, put it their description, right? Top of the description. Warning, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. This is dangerous.
What's the guy from AZ Expert?
That is the guy.
What's his name?
James.
James, really cool guy. If you haven't checked out his channel, do it. But he was able to do this by himself.
Sweet.
And actually,
I'm out.
No. But wait, ours, a quick caveat, ours is the Solera. And one good thing about the Solera awning, if you have one, is that it doesn't have the torsion spring on it to where you have to
At least we don't
lock it in place.
What if we get a picture that does?
In his video, he did have that. He had to put a screwdriver deal in to lock it in place. I don't think ours has it. I'm gonna double check, but I do know the Soleras, from what I've seen, is a lot easier to do the repair on. You can do it by yourself, but it's helpful if you have a companion.
This is why we've been putting this off. Should I probably?
It's not the most fun repair by any means, but it's a necessary one. Our awning, right now, you can see it's got a little kind of micro holes in it. So when it does rain, it does actually leak down under the awning and get you wet. And then two, ours has a built-in light. The other day, Dakota turned on the awning light and it was smoking. So we had to put a piece of tape over the switch so nobody turns it on. ShadePro, the company that we're working with on showing you guys this awning, they have a new LED light kit that they sent me. So I'm really excited to see what this looks like installed. So now we can use the light again and not blind other RVers with this big scare light. All we need to do is measure the inside of this arm to the inside of the other arm, which we can access, And as long as it's shorter than that, we're good.
Without ladders.
Yeah, without ladders, but we're gonna need ladders anyways. So
Okay, remember,
we are,
the fabric
geez.
was
Okay.
16,
Oh,
1¼ inch. What?
Well, hold on. Yeah, it's like almost, it's right under 17. It's 202.
So
16.
well, actually, no. Look though, like here, it doesn't go from the arm to the arm.
Oh wait, it's
like
no, it's 16. What? Yeah, I know.
it goes to like the top of the door.
Oh yeah, so it's 6. So, I mean, we've got enough space for like 16, like 2.5. I got this. I figured this out. Yeah, so we'll be fine. So it fits in between the rails. So, because it can't be longer than the rail or else it'll get cut. It needs to be inside the awning. So as long as you're inside the awning.
Inside the rail.
Inside the rails for the awning. Really quick, I wanted to share all the tools that we're gonna need. But I wanted to show this Husky tool bag I got. This is amazing. So I got this at Home Depot, and this carries pretty much every tool I need, and it fits in my Tonomate toolbox in my truck. We're gonna need a drill, check. A couple zip ties that we're gonna tie together because we need to get the awning out just a little bit, but not too far, so we don't want it going forward. We want to kind of clamp it shut partially.
The videos that we watched said is once you remove the roller, there's nothing holding the arm and it's just gonna fall over. So you just
Right.
need something to secure it.
So just a little tip, if you have zip ties and you need more length, what I do is just basically put in 2 zip ties together. Now you've got one long zip tie you can tie it up with. So what we're gonna do now is really, we just need to put this
Wait a minute. Maybe the awning should have been in.
more, but that's okay. Cause I'm gonna stick this zip tie behind here.
Wait a minute. The other guy didn't have it going behind there. He just had it going around that middle arm.
I don't care what the other guy did. I'm gonna do it the right way. There. This one's zip tied. We're gonna go zip tie the other one. I wanted to show you close up here. So you just kind of have to get it to the other side and then you can pull it through. I'm pulling on this shock as I'm pulling
Maybe
this
you
through.
shouldn't be pulling on the shock.
There. And then zip tie this partially closed. There. Dunsky. I did make a little mistake, which isn't a bad thing because now I feel like I'm gonna go ahead and spray some silicone. This, we can take off this. So let's take off this.
Except for, hold on, it's swaying in the breeze.
Huh? It's fine. It's stable.
Oh no.
Oh no. We gotta remember where that screw went, right there.
Hold on.
Hold on to the screws, folks. Hold on to your screws. I lost a screw. No comment, Jaredy. Okay. Then I need to get on this back side. Okay. All right, that's good for now.
Ben found the screw first try. I thought we were screwed on that one.
That's what she said.
I see what you did there. That's funny. One thing I am doing here is I am taking a pencil and marking. So I did a quick little line from here to here, just so I know exactly the way it goes. Now on this side, I'm going to take out all these screws, and really we should be able to drop this down, and then I'll have Charity get up on the other ladder, and then really we should be able to walk this down. Ready, Charity? Let's do this. So now we need to just not fall, okay? So
Right.
Charity,
This is why that guy said, this is dangerous.
it is.
Oh my
So
gosh.
we're gonna pop this off. See this?
How heavy is this?
It's not super heavy.
Nothing's popping off.
Just
If
ready?
I fall and I hit the
You're not.
concrete,
Just saying.
it's not coming out at all.
It will.
Oh,
There.
there.
You just
it
have
came
to
out.
pop it out. Now we just roll it down.
Ah, I'm
Don't
scared.
fall. Don't fall. Don't fall.
I'm scared.
Take your time. Roll it down. Okay, I got it.
I'm scared.
From here. I got it. Let it go. Okay, we got it dropped down. If you want to save your marriage too, probably don't do this with your spouse. Luckily, we've worked together before. It still can be aggravating.
Okay, let's
Then, do it with your
let's
spouse.
get this done. Now what?
It's like teaching a spouse to ski. You know, it's hard. It's hard
Unless
to go
somebody
through.
has skied, they don't have that
Yeah.
frame of
All
reference.
right.
Just
So
slide
after
out.
your wife questions you on
According
everything,
to Ben.
you just easily slide this out. So one thing we're gonna want to
You
do.
know what I could do? I could actually just set myself up a little lawn chair
Yeah. And
and a drink with an umbrella.
critique me from the.
No. And then I'll just
distance?
watch and I'll just say, hey, you're doing great. Doing great. Because if everybody else did
The
this
encouragement.
one person.
Yeah. All you do is just slide it off like this.
There you go.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh crap!
To the ceiling. Uh-oh.
Ladder. Whoops.
Yeah.
Done. So we take this over here, we'll slide this on the new fabric. Next is to slide this up and over top of the awning arms and then slide the fabric off. To get the new stuff on, what I want to do is put together like a soap spray that I can spray inside, either that or like a window sealant.
We need to like
Easy,
get
yeah.
the compressor out and
Yeah.
blow that out first.
Yeah, I'll blow that off.
That's
'cause there's a lot of weight. Okay, so we do have one obstacle we need to get past though. And that is this, since it has the 12-volt light. We need to disconnect that. And the best place to cut
Our friend Tim
and snippy snip.
from Faith Family and a Fifth Wheel said that it goes, that board that's in the master bedroom, he said it goes right into there. So we probably want to unscrew that. Yeah or no?
The board inside the what?
That, you know, the wood thing that we took the carpet off
Yeah.
of in the master bedroom. He says that's where it goes in.
Oh.
I think it goes in like behind this awning arm, but
yeah,
it
I
looks like
see
it goes
it.
down in there. But
I
we
see.
probably,
I see right where it goes in, which wouldn't be a big deal.
I feel like that this is turning into more of a project than
It always turns into more of a project.
we expected.
That's why we were procrastinating, remember?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
we knew it
This
would-
is
it would
exactly why that
happen.
we were putting this off, people, is because I don't like ladders. Y'all, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but let's just say I'm not as young as I once was.
You're not
And
a spring chicken.
Let's not lose our heads.
Lose our heads.
I don't have it in me to hit concrete and rebound back the way that I might have in my 20s.
I would
and
catch
so
you
when
if you fought.
you're 16
I'm
feet 1 inch
I can be pretty fast.
away. There's no way you're zipping over here like Superman to catch
I
me off
would.
of a falling ladder.
I would. You know I would.
Look, I know that you have that cape you keep in the closet,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I think this is corroded too because the LED lights, you can see how they're corroded. I bet you somebody had this as a beach house.
It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest.
So probably
There's
from
a lot of
saltwater.
things this could have been.
The weird thing is this one, the LED light strip's actually attached to the awning fabric versus the new one. The LED light strip 3Ms to the RV wall. Because here's the deal, you know how you mentioned the clear coat?
Yeah.
You can see there's clear coat fine right here.
Oh, okay.
This is not OSHA compliant.
So I've got the switch off inside.
This is a dangerous work environment.
So that's one thing you'll want to make sure you do is have the switch off for the awning light. The reason why we're taking a little bit longer is we're figuring it out as we go. So bear with me.
This is called the
Right about
non-expert.
there. I cut it. Then there's this little screw right here. Take that off, don't lose it. All the screws right here. Now, this should, in theory, just kind of slide this way. Whoa, don't fall. Jeez, this ladder. Here, lift this up. There, I just pull. Ready? I'm pulling, it's okay.
There's
Just
nothing I
kinda
can
sit
do.
there and look good. And then I'll just pull this off. I'm focusing on getting this off and not dying.
Don't die.
So I'm just gonna throw it off. Ow!
You all
That
right?
hurt. I just hit the gutter. That hurt. Don't do that. So worst case scenario, you just hang on to this awning and then maybe you won't die. Blah.
Wow.
Got it. How do you feel about that, Charity?
I feel pretty good about the fact that we have no awning. But we got to put one back on now.
I don't feel good about the fact we don't have no awning. but I do feel good about the fact we're gonna have a new awning back on it.
I think coming off is actually going to be easier than going back on. Lord have mercy.
One thing to note, Mr. What's the guy's name from AZ Expert?
James.
James did mention to do, which this person did at one point, is to pull these out a little bit so you can easily get it in here and it's
Well,
not
that's
hard.
what I need to show you here.
Yeah, and then
Somebody broke it.
We'll close it back up. Oh, somebody did it wrong. And then we'll spray this down with the lube to get that sliding in a lot easier. So the way I pictured it being is, since there's that tension spring, I just pictured in my mind that I would do the wrong thing or not put a screwdriver thing in the right way, and I would go to unscrew something and all of a sudden the spring would just kind of like throw me off the ladder, is what I pictured. You know, that's probably not how it would have worked, but that's what caused me to really hold off and procrastinate on this project. This solar awning, no springs, I do love that. It's very easy to do. You don't have to worry about springs. This really is not that bad of a project so far. Just stay tuned and I'll give you a confirmation later.
So I bends up on the ladder. I want to give a quick thanks to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Now, in between travel days, RV projects, filming, and everyday life, we are constantly on the go. And the one thing that we're really intentional about, or at least trying to be, is supporting our health consistently, even when routines get thrown way off. And that is where AG1 is fitting for us. So AG1 is a daily health drink that combines vitamins, minerals, superfoods, prebiotics, probiotics, and antioxidants into a single scoop. So we just mix it with cold water first thing in the morning before the day just really gets too busy, and it helps us cover those common nutrient gaps that can be hard to stay on top of when life gets a little bit full. So for us, AG1 supports immune health, daily energy, metabolism, and it just helps us feel more balanced during a long travel day or filming day, project day. AG1 Next Gen includes 75 plus high quality ingredients and 5 probiotic strains, replacing multiple supplements with just one simple habit. So you can head to drinkag1.com/gratefulglamper or scan the QR code to get a free AG1 and AGZ travel pack, vitamin D3 K2, and AG1 welcome kit for subscribing. And thanks again to AG1 for sponsoring today's video.
Charity made a good point that before we put on the awning, this particular one came with these little strips with 3M that you put on
Other way,
underneath,
because the lights have to shine down.
And it goes on the track underneath the awning track.
It doesn't go on the track. This is going to, well, this might kind of sit up underneath,
RV, right?
But this sticks to the RV.
But
and
it goes it goes under the track probably.
where you're going to have the awning slide. And on the other one, it was like the lights were on a piece of plastic that were actually like attached to the awning fabric itself. So when we took the fabric out, then the lights come with it.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be easier to install this before we put the awning fabric up there, because once we get the awning fabric up there, and then if it's like rolled in and stuff, it's going to be a pain to get these on. So
this slides in these tracks. So we'll want to put these tracks up, and as we're putting these up, keep sliding the light through until it reaches the other end, and then we'll connect up the lights, test the lights. Then,
did you say Tesla?
Test the lights. Tesla. Dream on. So first things first, I'm going to take some mineral spirits and a rag, clean off underneath on that track just so there's no oils or anything. And then we'll sticky stick and slappy slap.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
After I got up there with the mineral spirits, I realized that is kind of an oily base to it. It has an oily base to it. And so really I think what I'm gonna use is the denatured alcohol to clean that surface, because you want it to be clean and have a fast dry to it.
What is denatured?
Well, it's actually...
The nature's been removed?
The nature's been removed out of it. So it's not quite as eco-friendly, but you're not hurting nature because there's no nature in it.
Isn't that logical?
I think we got this strategy figured out here.
Well, after about 30 minutes. Okay, so we need to cut
Yep, cut one end of this light.
hold on, no.
And it says to cut where? At the,
Oh, I think these are,
at one of these little,
okay, because it says cut line. So I think it's this.
Yeah.
That's the cut line.
I'd rather pull it through one section at a
I
time.
understand that.
Then we remove the tape, then we stick it up there. So we're gonna cut it on the cut line, right about here, I hope. Okay.
Oh, too late
And
now.
then they gave us a cap that we'll silicone onto the end
Once
of
we
this.
get it all the way to the end. Though.
Yeah. So what we're gonna wanna do is, this is down, right?
Yeah.
So now we can take this and slide it through all of the pieces. See how easy it is to do one at a time?
Yeah, but it might not be that
I don't
bad
think
to do.
I don't think we want to put this up yet.
Well, here, don't just do
now
it.
just
do
pull
a
it
little.
all the way, pull it all through.
All the way through?
All the way through.
Oh, hold on. Really? No.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull all the way through. We're gonna have to undo it
Why?
because you got to put another piece on here. It's a whole track going down the wall of the RV.
Yeah, but this goes to the end.
Okay.
We'll just keep screwing
I'll
on the
pull
track.
it, but no, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to undo it.
I think no.
Yeah,
I don't
watch,
Think so.
watch. I'll show you.
No, you
I'll
watch.
show you
I'll
why
show
I'm right.
you.
I'll show you why
I'll show
I'm right.
you why I'm right.
Okay. All right. Ready?
Okay, good. Yep.
Okay. Now
No,
what's gonna
no.
happen? Whoa. Hold on. Now
put
what's
on
gonna
the next
happen is
piece.
you're gonna put that up.
Put the next piece up on. I'll show you I'm right. Put this piece on
Put it on.
over there.
But now I gotta slide it all the way back.
Put it on over there and slide it back here.
But if we didn't put this through, we could have just slid it through this one and the next one and the next one and the next one and the next one.
I mean, 1 dozen
No,
eggs, half a
'cause
dozen of the
thing
other
is,
eggs.
These have to lock in place.
Yeah, it'll lock. So now just go and slide that end in. Here.
We should have done it the other way.
I don't get what you're talking about. Here, make sure it's straight though.
Yeah, that's the
Yep.
other thing now too. What
Now
if it's
just
twisted?
if you would just shh
No,
and start doing,
I can't even tell if it's twisted.
it's not. Nope. Okay, now slide it in.
This is
that
not the easier
complicated.
way.
I'd rather slide it through because trying to slide it through a bunch of track, one long track, is a lot harder than one track
I think
at a
what's
time.
going to happen is this is going to be flimsy and you're going to have a hard time getting it to stick up there.
I don't think so. Go get the other piece here. Put the other piece on. Shh. Here's
Okay, now
that.
hold on. The track has to go. Well, we want to make sure that because it's like a puzzle piece, right? Where it has these tabs. So I'm going to just throw it in there. And
I
if
guess we
it's-
could just, since it's easy to slide through, we could just put these two up. And then, although then
That's going to make it really
then
hard
we're
to
working
slide
from
through.
up there. I'd rather work from down here as much as possible. You know what I mean? Work smarter, not harder.
Whatever floats your boat, babe.
Whoever came up with whatever floats your boat. What does that even mean? All these colloquialisms.
This is definitely, I feel like, again, not the easy way.
It's a lot easier
So you got to
to
make
slide.
sure it's like,
Yeah, easy.
I feel like it's going
Now,
to be
now just,
flimsy on you. And we didn't really measure. You don't know if this is
yeah,
the
this
exact.
is fine. It's fine. I didn't measure.
Length.
I eyeballed it.
Did you measure each of these?
Why do you need to measure them?
Because what if you get up there and then they go
Just-
past the.
Shh, just be quiet and do your job and put those on.
You're about ready to be single. Just kidding. Have a burnt dinner. Frying pans flying.
We get a lot more done if you just, you know.
You
face-
married a redneck, so you better be ready for the spicy woman.
This is one side effect of working with your significant other.
Well, on projects like this,
Yes. All right.
see, but it's coming apart.
Put it back together. There. Push. Pull. Pull and push. Pull on the wire on the other end.
Like pull.
Yeah, pull. There. There. Yep. There.
Now, how are you going to keep it together?
Well, that's the story of my life. I'm always trying to figure out how to keep it together.
That's why I feel like the instructions were laid out as they were laid out to put a section at a time up because
No. So now we get up on the ladders. The two. Oh crap! I just broke this.
this is why.
Oh.
Yep. There's a reason why it said to do it the way it said to do it.
Well, you know what? At least we have it in. Maybe we don't connect it up fully. We disconnect a little bit on each end. There. That way it doesn't break. Then we get up there. 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 So now we have it on, at least. And we get up there.
This is the channel, at least today, how not to do things.
It's working just fine.
Yeah, I can't, it doesn't go all the way
All right,
through.
that's okay. Although, does it? We might have to cut it, and that's okay. It's plastic, we've got a cutter tool. So now let's get up there and start,
Move the ladder.
let's start, let's get 2 ladders up there. You're there, and I'm here.
That's not gonna work.
Yeah, it is.
No, I have to be all the way at this end.
No. We put in one section at a time. We take off this, we stick it up now, right? So is this where we want it? Right under here?
Wow, is that where you
Flush. 3M it, I think. And this will just go up and down there. Good. And then we just keep going down. I'll move my ladder.
Hold on, you gotta make sure it's in, locked in.
Yep. Locked in place. Snug. Who asked you? You speak when you're spoken to, Rooster. All right, now stay there. Don't move. You just stay there and look good. I realize there's different strokes for different folks, different way of doing things. This is just how I felt would be easier. You know what I mean? This is actually...
What project was it just recently that you were telling me how you were approaching it one way and then you realized,
Now
wait
can
a
you
minute.
bring your ladder over on the other side of me? Here. And then I'll just hold this.
As it falls
Or
off.
just drop it.
Yep, just fell out. That's exactly what I said was gonna happen.
Wouldn't happen if you wouldn't have just thrown it at me. See, this is going in really well. One at a time.
This is just magical.
Uh-oh. Is that going up over the lip?
No uh-ohs.
Yeah, it's good. I connected up the wires, just kind of twisted them. So now we just need to test to see if the lights come on. So,
Hold, please.
yeah. Go ahead, let's give it a shot. Yay! It works.
You mean to shut it back off?
Yep, shut it off. There we go. Nice watertight connection. Okay, so right here you're seeing the awning, and this piece is called the Vista shade.
We've been wanting one of these for so long. And so this is going to be excellent, especially for the trip that we've got coming up because it's a very sunny location.
Got some of this window and track dry lube that I'm going to spray down the track. So that way it slides right in there. I'm gonna do that real quick. That's gonna make this job a lot easier versus working against friction. We're not making out.
No, we're stuck under here.
Now what do we do?
No.
Well, the sun's not beating on us.
I'm gonna have to move the ladder, I think.
Yeah.
This is
So
why we held off on doing this.
you take the ladder and go further down the line. Now that we have
That's exactly why
supported.
we procrastinated. I knew this was gonna happen. All right, I never want to do that again as long as I live.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I feel like, so the one video we watched, the one guy that did it, he's on a travel trailer, which is much closer to the ground than a fifth wheel with high ceilings and stuff. Anyway, okay, now it's time for the roller. So we're gonna put the roller on. And then that's when, what is this thing called again? The Vista shade. And then that's when the Vista shade thing's gonna come in and we're gonna show you that in a second. But first, let's get this roller put on. And then that has to go on too, but this has to go on the awning part first.
Yep,
So
but first we lube up the roller. Do we need to blow
Did you
this
blow it
stuff
out?
No, I need to do that first.
let's do that first.
A few moments later.
All right, we've got the roller, that part of the roller in on the bottom. So now the Vista shade. Now the cool part about this is that this is going to actually go into a third channel in the roller, and then it has a zipper. So this is one of those really cool awning things where you can shade then the side of your RV and it will just zip on and zip off. So
We're gonna zip it off, obviously, for install, because then that part stays attached to your awning and it just goes in the roller. And then the part that zips off, they give you a nice little carry bag for, so we can just fold it up, put it in the carry bag, and then put that in the storage compartment of the RV. I'm really, really stoked about being able to have this. This is the first time we've ever had this, you guys. We've been RVing for 7 years. See so many of you guys out there with these, and I've always wanted one. And so this is kind of a fun little present for us. So this is gonna go in the roller, and then it'll just roll up inside of the roller. So hopefully it all works in theory. I'm so out of breath on this job, y'all. I don't think I ever want to do this one again, but we're getting close to the finish line.
And then, is that correct? Yeah.
I think so.
And so this will be out, down.
It's the only other channel
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah. Okay.
So it has to be that one.
This goes into here, which this has a channel for a ShadePro, or a Vista shade, and we didn't even know it.
No.
So it's like they designed it to
Have
be Vista shade ready.
3 different things.
Yep.
Sweet.
So then we need to cut off the ends here. I'm pretty sure all of these ends.
Are you sure?
Right?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
I mean, they can, I think, be pushed in, but
Were there instructions? Hold on. Before you cut, maybe
Yeah.
we should read the instructions.
yeah, need to cut. I opted to cut because I'm pretty sure we just put a screw in there to hold it in place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as long as we have enough to hold it in place, we're good. So we put the Vista Shade logo and the zipper on the outside, right? So as this awning comes up, this will hang to where we can zip on the Vista Shade. Then it comes with some little bungees that we can bungee down, and some stakes.
Yeah, so you could stake it down.
Take it down.
Yep.
So it doesn't blow around in the wind.
Right, right.
Okay, so we're gonna cut the zip ties now and run it in and out a couple times to line things up. Then I can put the set screws in and button things up. Actually, so that's the nice thing about zip ties is you can just cut them and pull them out and throw them away. Okay, go ahead. It works. Stop right there. Good. Works. Run it in. Run it in and out a couple times just to make sure it's good to go. I'm gonna tuck in that wire here because this was actually like this. I need to zip tie this up there. Beautiful. What was that? All right, go all the way in. What? All the way in. Let's make sure it shuts. Oh, it's not shutting. So we need to find out why it's not shutting. Probably because it's not lined up quite right. Okay, take it out again. All the way? Yeah. Probably just need to do that a couple times to get things lined up. Ooh, about fell off the ladder. This is not quite in here. Stop, right there. This isn't quite in here right. I gotta get one of these little snap ring things on here so that stays connected. See if it closes this time. Go all the way in. Yep, we're good now. Okay, so we have a slight issue where this side is going in further than this. And I think I need to unscrew this and line it up properly. Because right now it's completely closed, but this isn't lined up right. So I needed to look at the marks I had and I didn't. So I need to just take this off, roll it, and then we'll be good to go.
This is 10 times worse than I thought it was going to be.
Hold it there, right there. Can you please hold it
I
there?
am holding it. It's moving because it's moving.
Okay, so I've got some of the... Oh, don't do that. Man, this is fun.
It's too tall.
Filming content with your spouse. Anyways.
Because there's ladders and climbing and heights and concrete, and I don't like this at all.
Did you just toot?
No.
Oh, I was like...
This is not
This is the easier way.
the easier way. All right, you guys, I'm so excited. It's pretty much done. Finishing touches going on right now. So make sure that you subscribe because we've got like a whole new campsite setup that we're going to be doing. So we've decided that one of the things that we really want to do when we're out and about and we're at campgrounds and things like that is to just really create more of a hangout spot, especially for the teens, where everybody can hang out at our RV. There's a nice, comfortable hangout spot, and the Vista Shade's going to be part of that. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of videos coming up for campsite setup. We've got travel stuff coming up. There's a ton that is coming and you don't want to miss. So hit the subscribe, make sure you turn on your notifications, and then stay tuned for a nice little music montage of the new awning. Here you go.
Love this thing.